now, see my lifestyle's changing. Can't lie, see I like it. I was chilling in the bando with cats last year. Now I'm chilling with a crew from Love Island. Ken said do this music thing. I don't like when you talk about riding, but this exciting. I love money big. They throw ski jaws and I'm drilling it too. Man step and flex round there, trying to finish them views. Top block drilling it. Go home and I build my. More time man stepping in twos. Watch my back when I lean. Man do the same, cause that's my brother. Put one hand on my brother. Man's getting straight round there with a straight. Man too tough on the neck, catch him in the flesh. I just put me a 10 now. So you know I'm about my bar. I love my freedom, but I risk it anytime I see them. Fly at the ride, man, pre them. Caught me up, man, he kept on. L2R2, man, pop this corn like the cinema view. If those ski jaws, man, chilling it too, man. Step trying to finish them, you. No, man, cut you, bust that. Think, give me that WhatsApp, but when I hit you, better bring me that rucksack. Like, on the up block with a rock back. 2 hands on, man, clutch that. Don't sell, man, cock that. Any up on sight, man. I'm like, who's that, what's that? Man, cut you, bust that. Think, give me that WhatsApp, but when I hit you, better bring me that rucksack. Like, on the up block with a rock back. 2 hands on, man, clutch that. Don't sell, man, cock that. Any up on.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up with Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Brent Barry. This is Brian Anderson. We'll be hearing from Allie LaForce from the sideline. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. And it's the monster in at the power forward position. And for the Heat. And it's Clutch in at the 2 spot. We know NBA games aren't played on paper, but if they were, this game wouldn't be close, Brent.
You're right, BA, but we're not doing that. We're out here on the court, and we want to see guys going at it. Tonight, given where these teams are, you know, can the underdog step up, rise up, and get an unexpected win? We're going to find out.
Here we go. And it's the Pistons to start out. Here's the monster. The dude passes to the monster. No good on the 3. And it's Miami's ball. To the middle. Here's the eraser. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Miami shooting their first free throw of the evening. And Grant, the Heat, last season, retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Elite passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
Here's Goose. Over to the wing, from behind the arc. And that one's good, the eraser. The eraser's got 6.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Pass to Fresh. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's the monster. He takes it in, banked it in off the glass.
Well, that screen wasn't quite as effective as it could be. However, they find a way to get it done. Credit the shooter for overcoming that aggressive defense.
Here's Goose. Here's the eraser. Pass to Gomez. Here's Goose. 6 to shoot. And he can't get that one. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's the monster. It's hauled in by Doc. And it's Miami's ball. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by. Clutch passes to the eraser.
Number 29. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Goose. Right wing, 5 to shoot. Pass to the eraser. 3-pointer. The rebound by Detroit. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's the pick. Here's the three. And the basket by the Monster. 5 points in the game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Goose. Doc passes to Goose. Takes the three. Misses again. Now 0 for 3. The Pistons leading to the paint. Here's the Cobra. And he goes in for the dunk.
Now, there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Pass to Doc. Here's Goose. To stop the run. Again, the Heat misses. Detroit leading by 3. Here's the Cobra. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's the Monster. Pass to Fresh. Fires the three. And Detroit another three.
Timeout.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Goose. Still without a bucket. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. The Pistons have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. The Monster, the pass to the Cobra. Pass to the Dude.
Watch the screen.
The three. It's hauled in by the Heat. Here's Doc. Goose passes to the eraser. Pass to Goose. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Doc. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Detroit has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Here's the Monster. To the inside. Intercepted. Pass to Goose. Deflected. Here's the Monster. They get the rebound. Here's the Monster. The wide open shot is on the money. The Monster's got 7.
He kicks it out, takes advantage of the open space. That'll leave a defense scrambling.
You got him.
Here's Goose. Doc passes to the great. To the right side. Here's Goose. He buries it from 3. He's got 5.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And the basket by the Monster.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Here's the eraser. He's got 6. He gets it in there.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Pass to Baller. Here's the Monster. Here's Baller. Still no points. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. The great, the pass to Goose. Here's the eraser. Give him 8. To the middle. There's the steal. Pass to the Cobra. Miami grabs the miss. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Here's the monster. 9 points in the game. He's off on the layup. Fast break Miami. Doc gets the bucket. Doc's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
What a display of skill. The defense was solid, but he finds a way.
Here's the eraser. From the arc. The shot by Gomez, no good. Launches it from deep. No good on the buzzer beater. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Detroit on top, leading by 1. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pistons?
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. And it's Goose in at the small forward position. Pass to Reed, 18 feet out. And Holmes pulls it down. Miami trailing. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Here's Baller. No made baskets yet. 4 on the clock. Pass to Fresh. From the high post. Drained it for 2 points. And the Pistons lead by 3.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
So it's Detroit now. Miami making their last shot. Baller knocks down the long J. Baller's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Pass to Clutch. It's Brown on the wing. Clutch passes to the great. Here's Clutch. Lets it go from the wing. Picked it out of midair. Down low. Goose passes to Rodman. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And there have been a few teams lately who have been stockpiling draft picks, Brent. What do you think of that approach?
Well, B.A., if you look at the success of the draft, you're kind of 50-50 on whether or not you're going to get the talent that is required to win a championship. So getting multiple bites at the apple is a great strategy for teams to try to build the foundation of a championship caliber team.
Now here's Brown. Yet to see a basket. Pass to the quick. Here's the great. Just 5 to shoot. There's the 3. Insanity gets the bucket.
I'm not sure who is supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
Here's Baller. Pulls up on the wing. And Che gets it to go. Che's gotten his first bucket of the night.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Hey, yo, right here.
And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. The quick passes to Holmes. Blocked! And the ball out of play. The Pistons will have it. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
And Detroit making a change here. The Pistons lead by 4. Here's Goose. Here's the monster. Rebound Miami. Doc's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Insanity. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Doc. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Here's the monster. No points so far. Pass to Che. 4 on the clock. Shot is up. And again, the Pistons missing. Heat trail by 3. Here's Insanity. He's got 5. Here's the eraser. To the left side wing. Doc passes to the quick. Fades away. Detroit with a rebound.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
Pass to Che. Here's Baller. Here's Che. To the wing, right side. Here's the monster. And all around the rim that time before dropping. And the Pistons lead by 5. Here's Insanity. Here's Doc. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Aggressive drive to the rack. He has some weight to throw around if that's his defender.
This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. The Pistons lead by 3. Here's the dude. Pass to the monster. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc. Rebound Miami. Doc's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Goose. 5 points in the game. Here's the eraser. Here's Doc. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
Now at the line, number 19.
Both good from the line that time. For Detroit, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Here's the monster. 11 points in the game. It's blocked. Here's Gomez. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Here's the monster. Pass to the dude from downtown. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Here's the eraser. Out left to the wing. And there's a pick. Here's Clutch. He's scoreless. That one's good for 2.
Timeout.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff.
Start it.
Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Minute 32 left in the second quarter. Pass to the Cobra. Here's the monster. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
It's his first trip to the line. And the second free throw is good. Heat trail by 3. Pass to the eraser. Here's Doc. 1:11 left in the first half. Here's Clutch. No good. That would have tied it. Detroit has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Here's the monster. Here's the monster. And again, the Pistons missing. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
There's 38 seconds left in the first half of this one. And it's the eraser missing. Detroit leading by 3. Pass to the monster. Inside. Here's the Cobra. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here. The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Here's Clutch. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Fires from way outside. No luck on that one. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Pistons ahead, up by 2. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And it's the Heat with the ball. 2-point game. And it's the Quick in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. For the tie. And he hits the jumper. Gomez has got his first points of the game.
Hard to leave any player that wide open from that distance.
Pass to the Cobra. There's a screen. Here's the monster. Just 5 on the clock. This one for 3. Unable to get that one. Miami has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Clutch's shot is off. The Pistons shooting a solid 47%. The monster, pass to the monster. Here's the dude. Fires the 3. The monster misses. Heat shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. Here's Goose. Oh, he picked him clean. Here's the monster. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. The monster's got 5.
And really showing the athleticism. Flying solo.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Another shot. Goose can't hit. The Pistons have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. The monster. Oh, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And it's a 4-point Detroit lead. And here are the Heat, trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Pass to the eraser, all alone. And he gets the bucket. He's got 10.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's the monster. It's hauled in by Doc. Doc's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Clutch. Pass to Goose. For the lead. The rebound by Detroit.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Heat trail by 4. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Pass to the eraser. Jacks up a 3. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Here's the monster. Here's the monster. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. The Monsters got 14 points for the game. Miami has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Looking to get back on track. And the layup is good. Goose has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
From 13, and Detroit again with the bucket. The Heat have gone 4 of 9 in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Clutch. Down low.
Detroit foul. Number 12. First personal foul. First team foul.
First one falls for him.
Number 8.
He does not get the second one. Here's Doc. Ooh, tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. The Cobra passes to the monster. Here's the monster. Pass to the monster. To the middle. Here's the monster. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's the eraser. He's got 13. Here's Clutch. That 3's off the mark. The Pistons lead by 5. Here's the monster. There's the 3. The rebound by Gomez. And for the Heat, they're shooting just 36% in the 3rd. Pass to Goose. Five on the clock. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Goose has got 5 points in the quarter. And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to review the game plan.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Goose. And a miss there off the inbound. Heat trail by 3. And he lobs it up to the rim. Now here's Holmes. He's guarded closely. Right side Brown. And now the Pistons in transition. Out to the right wing. Rodman, the pass to Goose. 1:57 left to play in the third. 6 to shoot. A nice shot by Baller. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Detroit.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Another part of the credit has to go to what they did on the inside, blocking shots. I mean, super scrappy defensively and just affecting a lot of the opportunities that their opponents were putting up.
Reed with it. Holmes is on him. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Detroit shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw no good. And he's good on the second. Heat trail by 7. Here's Insanity. He's got 5. It's stolen. To the inside. Here's Goose. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
58 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Now here's Holmes. Guarded by Reed. Pass to Insanity. Shot clock at 5. The 3 ball. Knocks it down from distance. Insanity's got 8 points.
Not putting his head down. He continues to produce with the team trailing.
To the paint. Here's Baller. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Heat trail by 9. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Insanity passes to the quick. To the middle. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Reed. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Pistons lead by 11.
Like a matador. Olé! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's the quick. Can't connect from long distance. And so it's the Detroit Pistons closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. What has them in front right now? And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Setting the floor for the Pistons. And it's Reed in at center. Baller's shot is off. Miami has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Insanity passes to Brown. Here's the great. Pass to Brown. Here's the quick. From outside, off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Baller. To the inside. Here's Che. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First team foul. At the line for the Pistons, number 7.
The first one falls. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Heat trail by 12. Pass to the quick. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Here's Insanity. Sinks it from distance.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Here's Baller. Down low. Here's Reed. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. Here's the great. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Brown, no good. Detroit leading by 11. Here's Little General. Pass to Goose. The teardrop. And Holmes pulls it down. Holmes has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Insanity. Right side Brown.
Pistons foul. 1. First personal foul. First team foul.
And he can't get the first one.
The team just cannot get into a groove from the free throw line. It's a common problem for them.
And he sinks the second. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Baller. Pass to Little General. Here's Goose. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Team foul. Shooting for Detroit.
And that one misses. So he comes up empty, missing both. Heat trail by 10. Outside, Brown. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Now at the line.
That one's no good. The Pistons lead by 10. Here's Goose. Inside. Stolen by Holmes. Here's the great. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to the eraser. Tipped. Here's Che. To the inside. Here's Baller. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And Detroit making a change here.
Team foul number 4. Shooting for Detroit.
Heat trail by 13. Pass to the great. Here's Goose. Down low. Here's Doc. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And the basket by the monster.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Miami has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Goose passes to the eraser. Here's the great. Here's the eraser. Pass to Gomez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the finish. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Puts up a three. Rebounded by the Pistons. The Monsters got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to the Monster. Here's Baller. Takes the three. That one no good.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Goose passes to the eraser. To the paint. Here's Doc. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Timeout.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And the Pistons making a change here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey team, I was able to catch the message that JB Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Pass to the eraser. From 8 feet away. Misses off the left iron.
He may not be the strongest inside presence, but still, he's got to convert from there.
There's a screen. The three. It's hauled in by Doc. Doc's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Goose. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. The Pistons lead by 14. Pass to the dude.
Who's watching him?
Here's Fresh. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the Cobra. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Pistons lead by 16.
And when you're the ones trying to fight your way back into the game, you simply cannot allow second chances.
Yeah, those are tough. You get back into the game by working harder than the other team, not the other way around. They're just going to extend this lead.
Here's Clutch. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Pistons. The Monsters got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to the Cobra. A minute 37 left in the final quarter. Here's Fresh. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Timeout called, the Heat. Minute 32 left to play in the 4th. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, and what a game. Now, I'm not taking anything away from him, but I was actually surprised the defense wasn't able to do more, particularly early. By the time they figured it out, it was too late. He really got in a rhythm and got rolling and never took his foot off the accelerator. You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
The Pistons lead by 16.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Pistons.
Boy, this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And one of the things I noticed tonight that helped them in a big way was the performance for the Monster.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Pass to the Monster. Here's the Monster. Here's the Monster. To the middle. Here's the Cobra. It's hauled in by Doc. To the right side. Pass to Clutch. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th. Gomez gets the bucket. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Here's the Monster. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. And time now to present our player of the game.